Hi, I'm Claire of clairephays.com, and this tapping video is for clearing "it's not worth it." Now, if you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, if you are continually living in a dark cloud of non-communication, you are depressed. And if you're running "it's not worth it" that deeply, you need to go and see a doctor and a practitioner. This video is more suitable for that feeling of, oh, it's not worth it. You're going about your daily work, oh, it's not worth it. Maybe you're procrastinating and you notice this, it's not worth it anyway. Why would I bother? It didn't work before, and anyway, what's the point? And anyway, it's so unimportant in the scheme of things. My goodness, do you see how I'm saying these words? My body is actually concaving. That's the power of "it's not worth it." There are all sorts of reasons why you might have this thought form, this belief, it's not worth it. One of them is that sense that really what you're doing is so unimportant in the scheme of things, then why bother? There's world starvation, there's sex trafficking, there are 24 million slaves in the world, and not enough people have access to drinking water, to clean water. So many reasons why what you're doing isn't worth it. That could be one belief you're running. It could just be it's not worth it because you've tried before. So why would you bother again? It didn't work. You reached out, you did a piece of work, for whatever reason, it wasn't 100%, you didn't get the feedback that you really wanted, so it's not worth it. It's not worth it because no one is going to give you a pat on the back, or approval, or validation. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be speaking through several reasons why it might not be worth it for you. Tap along anyway. One of them will probably resonate, and anyway, no harm is done by tapping for other reasons. And it's not worth it. It's so debilitating. It's so stagnating. Why would you want to live with a stagnant energy for a moment longer than you need to? So I invite you to tap along with me. I invite you to speak the words out loud. I invite you to, if you do know your core, an underneath thought, belief that is feeding your "it's not worth it," such as, it didn't happen before, no one's going to appreciate me, I'm just a small cog in a big wheel, then bring that to mind. You might have that already. You can always pause the video and think about it. Okay? So feel free to pause and think what might be running your "it's not worth it" feelings. And apart from that, let's just move on. So as always, we're going to start with a little shugle. So this is the quick version of my being just as you are exercise, which is very simple. It's knowing that your body is sat clearly or stood clearly and firmly on the earth. We're allowing ourselves to become aware of where the underside of our body is touching the earth, touching the support here or here on the backside, under your feet. And just taking a moment to arrive for the tapping in the present moment. Great. And let's, with the in-breath, with the awareness of the in-breath, bring in fresh energy, fresh hope, preparedness and space on an energetic level for this tapping to really have its best effect. And you can do this as an in-breath and an out-breath. Lovely. So present, tap along with me, please. Even though I've got this "it's not worth it" thought, I love and accept myself. Even though I've got this horrible, dulling, depressing "it's not worth it" thought, I love and accept myself. Even though I notice I have this "I am not worth it" thought, I accept what I'm thinking and feeling and love myself fully anyway. Great. Now let's go on to the tapping points. This "it's not worth it" thought. This "it's not worth it" thought. It's not worth it. I know it's not worth it. Why would it be worth it? My efforts don't amount to anything. I've tried before and I've failed. Why bother? It's not worth it. No one will appreciate me. No one will approve of me. I've got to have the motivation all on my own. And I can't be bothered. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I can feel that thought dulling my body. There are so many bigger problems than mine. So many big issues in the world. And I don't have the power. What I'm doing now is irrelevant. This "it's not worth it" thought. This "it's not worth it" thought. The reason I'm laughing is that I can feel within me, it's like that push to change onto "but it is." So I hope you're feeling that too. Perhaps it is worth it. That's just a belief I've chosen to believe. Of course it's worth it. There are so many reasons for this thing that I'm doing, that I'm trying, that I'm yearning for, is worth it. Perhaps it is worth it. Even if it didn't work out before. Even if nobody notices. Even if no one appreciates me. Even if no one approves of me. Even if this small thing doesn't change the world. Perhaps it does make a difference. Perhaps any saying yes rather than no makes a difference. I choose to believe it is worth it. I welcome the belief it is worth it. Even this thing of mine is worth it. This small thing is worth it. My actions are worth it. I can only be a force for good when it's worth it. Oh, I'm feeling so much better from having done that tapping. I hope some of the phrases that I have used have resonated with you. If any of them, any of the reasons why not, or any of the reasons why have resonated with you, just notice. It's always worth making a note of it in writing so you can come back to it, do some more tapping on your own after the video has finished. But thank you so much for tapping along with me. Even though I can't see you, I imagine you. And knowing that you're tapping with me means that we together are creating something that is truly worth it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.